So this video right here, I just wanted to chat to you guys about a topic, just raw, uncut. I'm just gonna talk. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. So as you see in the title, it's gonna be something about if I would take steroids, or something like that. Hell's yeah, I would take steroids. So just before I get started with this video, just wanted to give a quick shout out to Squarespace, who have kindly sponsored this video. Now, if you guys have seen the new GabrielSey.com website, that was designed on Squarespace in literally 2 days. Just 2 days. Just gonna put that out there. So with the whole Olympia and all that kind of stuff going on, I keep getting messages, loads of Snapchat messages, Instagram messages. When are you competing again? When are you competing again? All right. So, for those that don't know, I started competing in 2012. The only reason I started competing in 2012 is because 2012 is when I launched my YouTube channel and my business, and that was to give me exposure. So I thought, you know, by competing, I'll be able to give myself some social status, seeing as I didn't even really know much about social media apart from Facebook. So these dog tags are really bugging me. He is clang, shut up. Anyway, so where was I? Yeah, the whole thing was to give me social status. So I did Miami Pro. Then I got the bug. I wanted to do it more. So I did some more shows. That included WBFF. Then I did UKBFF. And that's pretty much it. I stayed with UKBFF from there. Now, when you get these keyboard warriors, a lot of them, they're like, "Oh, but you did UKBFF. That's not testing, right?" Oh, I don't have time for those people. It makes no sense to me, because I'm just like, all right. The show that I did actually choose in the UKBFF, the first one I did, the UK Nationals, that was tested. And it's funny how people start throwing accusations because you're doing this federation or whatever. I'll tell you the reason why I chose the federations I did. I chose WBFF because there was a lot of, it seemed like there was a lot of media behind it. Again, I'm trying to boost my social profile. So there was a lot of media behind it. So I thought, okay, so if a lot of people are talking about this one, maybe I want to be in at this thing. And I want to, you know, see what I can do with it. See what publicity it will give me. I wasn't really happy with the fact that I got my pro card on the first go. Like I like to grind for certain things. If it's just kind of like, oh, you've done one, here you go. It's like, whoa, like there's not finals or nothing. It's just like, there you go. So I wasn't really happy with that. And then I saw UKBFF. Now the reason I chose UKBFF is because out of every federation, apart from PCA, which is like taking over the world right now, is nuts, but that's a different story. Apart from PCA, which wasn't around back then, UKBFF was the only thing that went to IFBB, which I looked on the internet, I was like, alright, which one? Bodybuilding shows. That's the first one that comes up. Then you start seeing, oh, Olympia, this, and you're like, rah. Then I saw, okay, they've got a men's physique category. I'm not big enough to do bodybuilding, and I'm slightly, my height to weight ratio for when I cut down is a bit too heavy to do classic bodybuilding. So I'm like, physique, kind of like, I fall straight into that category. So I'm like, okay, cool, let me give that a try. And I was then looking at, you know, the people on the Olympia stage, and I'm like, I could do this. As a natural, I feel I can do this. After 12 years of training. After 12 years of training, I actually feel that I could probably do this and do quite well naturally. So IFBB seemed like the pinnacle. That's the thing that gets the most exposure. Then I started looking at, okay, so what natural federations are there? Okay, there's this federation, there's this federation, but there's not much exposure around it. I could actually slot into this, and I could probably do quite well. So I proceeded to do a few competitions, UK Nationals, placed second, British Finals, placed second, got an invite to do the Arnold Amateur, Ohio, And that's when I realized, oh, oh, my chest, oh my God. But they were huge. Like, I've never seen anything like it. Danny, you know Danny by now. Danny, when we were there, I was backstage and I went on stage and came off and I was like, nah, these guys are monsters. And he was like, what, the guy in the pink shorts. But this guy was a man mountain. This guy was like he was a bodybuilder in board shorts. I was like, what the ras is this? I didn't understand. Like when I cut down, you might see me in like gym pictures, Instagram pictures and stuff. But when I cut down to about, what, 84 kilos, and that's still with some body fat to go. Like my glutes aren't striated, so I'm not even close to the 4, 5, 6, 7% body fat. My glutes aren't in. That's the best way to tell. So I was like, all right, so this is America, slightly different. Let me just continue with a couple shows in the UK and that. So what was the show I did after that? I think it was the English Grand Prix. In the English Grand Prix, I was just like, then that was the eye-opener that made me realize that what the UK wants and what the US wants are like chalk and cheese. The guy that plays first then, I think I did a rant video when it actually happened. The guy that plays first then, cool guy. But I was just like, right, so that's what you want. But that's the opposite of what's going on in America right now. And then as I've been seeing over the years, you know, the men's physique category has just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm just like, I can't do this. And then I just sat down and I was thinking, is this really that important? Is this actually what I want to do? So this is the thing that, like, I wanted to make a video like of me talking about my experience and ranting and stuff, but something that you can actually take away, like I do with all my videos. Like after I sat down for a little while, I realized I didn't want competing as my income driver. It's long. You know, like I have to sacrifice, like if I do 3 shows a year, I sacrifice 9 months. 9 months of being ratty, 9 months of always being hungry, 9 months of like hell. To then step on stage and to, you know, have the subjective views of, oh, we like this guy on your shoulders are too big, it's just long. So now I'm thinking, that's not it for me. If I was to pursue it, and hear me well when I say this, if that was my choice, hell yeah, I would take steroids. Are you mad? If I wanted to step on stage, if I didn't have family, if I didn't want to have a family and all that kind of stuff, and if I didn't have other business ideas, you'll think that it's just YouTube. No, there's different businesses there, but I just don't preach about it. Like, it's because it's my work. But actually, that brings me to those flipping idiots that go, oh, well, you're a YouTuber and you do fitness, you must take steroids. So, shut up, just shut up. You're embarrassing yourself. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, but if that was my goal and I said, you know what, I can't do this naturally, I'm going to keep competing, I'm going to get my pro card, I'm going to step on that pro stage, I'm going to stand on the Olympia stage. Hells yeah, I would take steroids. But that is not my goal. So this is why I'm like, when I see people in the gym who they just train for recreation and they're taking hella steroids, I'm just like, what's the point? I get messages all the time saying, oh, yeah, I wanted to know if you're natural and if you think I should take steroids. How old are you? How long have you been training? What's your goal? Where do you want to get to? You'll see some people on Instagram, and I think Kai Green was one of the people as well. He competed naturally up until he got his pro card. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what I've heard through the grapevine, not grapefruit, grapevine. But fuck's sake, Kai, don't kill me. You know you're awesome. But yeah, I heard through the grapevine that he waited till he got his pro card and then he started taking shit. Same with a couple other people that I've seen on there. I'm like, bro, you had a good physique. Then all of a sudden, bam, I'm like, whoa, shit. Like women as well. I'm like, bro, like you had to have taken something. But that's the nature of that game. When you enter that era, you're doing everything you can to be the best, because that's what you're getting paid for. But if you're just average Joe down the gym, or you know, so and so whatever, and you're taking it, it's just like, I just look and I'm like, but why? What's the point? Now, when it's their job, they're doing certain things to get to a certain place. But then when it's not your job, or say you're just a PT and you're preaching health and fitness, and you're telling people not to drink alcohol, but then you take drugs, like literally that whole thing just doesn't mesh well with me, unless it is something that that is your career, like your career involves this, because that's a sacrifice that you have to make to get this. But if that's not there, I don't see the point. I really don't. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Some people might agree with me, some people might disagree with me, but the only time that I'd probably say, okay, yeah, run with it, or, you know, go and see a doctor or whatever, is if, you know, people with that have to have testosterone replacement therapy, because they have naturally low testosterone, and to be a fully functioning man, you need to have a certain level of testosterone. So that's not to get bigger. That's not to just for aesthetics. That's for health, and the doctor's prescribing that shit. But if you're just impatient because of the way that social media has presented everything in this day and age, then I feel like you just need to take a step back and just realize that it's not, that's not the be all and end all. Being the biggest guy in the gym isn't the be all and end all. At the end of the day, it's about living till you see your great grandkids. It's about, you know, I mean, some of these bodybuilders will do it for a certain amount of time, and then everyone laughs at them. They're like, oh, look, he's on some steroids, then, and then he's got his millions there. Arnie, look how, like, he's successful. That's the path that he wanted to take. All of these other people that you see, they were big then, like Sean Ray, he was massive then, he's smaller now, but they've made their money, and they've come out, and they've, you know, invested or whatever they've done. But that was their career that they chose for that 5 years. But some people, they're taking it for years. And I could go on for ages about this topic, but yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. And yeah, I hope yeah, that's it. That's it. So, I guess until the next video, right? Catch you guys later.
Whipping excursion. I gotta pick up that person. In the trap, whipping that working. You're not a gangster, you're just an internet version.